in Week 6. The Ravens lost a blowout in their last matchup against the Bengals. Can Cincinnati do it again? Find out next.
It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Bengals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now left side on this swing pass. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Moody. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Ball up up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Second and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll be taken down at the 34. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Steele. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a pass hauled in downfield and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead it's 2nd down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff running through the middle. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have scored again in this third quarter. This time the move out in front.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Harris to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Moody. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Steele. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another.
Offense like you drive, the pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So a good decision that time by Zach Taylor. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Ravens, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.